What's up everyone, Tech Me Out here, and today I am back with another video regarding the perfect setup. Now this is Jailbreak Edition and it is the second episode of my series, I believe. So what we have here is basically a theme that I found on the Reddit forum, and it's called Summertime by Mandolino. I believe I'm saying that right. But what I've done here is recreate the theme and adjust it a little bit more to my liking. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about this theme and how I got it to look the way that it is right now. So let's go ahead and jump right on into that. So in taking a look at my lock screen here, you'll see that my status bar is themed for beginners. And this was done with a couple of tweaks. So I have Hide Me 8 installed to hide certain elements of my status bar, such as my clock. And I also have Zepplin installed to give me that cute little logo up there that says Illest. And then beside that, I have my Wi-Fi signals themed as well with another tweak which escapes my mind right now, but I will annotate it in the video. And over here in the top right, my battery symbol is hidden, compliments of Hide Me 8, and I just have my battery percentage shown. So that's really it that I've changed up there. The other tweak that I have up here to change the color of it is called QuartzStatusBar. So the cool thing about Quartz is that it will detect the colors of your wallpaper and match your status bar to that. So it gives you kind of more of a uniform look in terms of keeping everything themed. So I really like that. My status bar is also a little bit tinier than normal, and that was done with TinyBar. So it shrinks it down, and not only will it shrink down your status bar, but it'll shrink down anything that normally appears in it, such as your notifications. Now this clock right here was done with the Lock HTML4, and the particular widget that I have there is known as NiceTime iWidget clock. And then I just love this boss wallpaper right here. To me, that's just like, I don't know, that really took the cake for me for the theme. So I'm really feeling that, and I'll link that wallpaper down below in the description. Now down here at the bottom of my screen, I have two quick shortcuts. So I use a lot of Snapchat to keep in communication with my friends and family. So I wanted a quick way to launch Snapchat without even having to unlock my phone. So I have done that with a tweak called Grabby. So I literally can come down here to the bottom left and slide up, and it'll take me straight into my Snapchat application. I also still have the option to quickly activate my camera down here in the bottom right by sliding up and taking a photo as I normally would. So you can put more than just these two items, but those are just the two that I wanted, so you can customize to what you want it to be. Now if I swipe to the right and take a look at my passcode lock screen, you'll see that this has changed as well. And I changed the text here to say rep your set below with HotDog. And you'll notice not only did I change the text up here, but I also changed it down below so that I have the word help instead of emergency and the word escape instead of cancel, I think is what normally appears there. But HotDog is pretty cool because not only will it let you change that screen, but it'll also let you change other system settings in terms of what you see when there's nothing in your notification center, such as mine saying nothing new here. And you can even adjust what it's seeing when somebody calls you, so that instead of it saying answer or decline, you can customize it to say whatever you want it to. So HotDog is definitely a tweak that you should check out. And the last thing I changed about my lock screen is what happens when I put my device to sleep. So I have an animation that appears, compliments of Springtomize 3. So it does that little kind of TV animation there whenever I put my device to sleep. And now for my home screen, what I have here is an icon set known as Gotham for iPhone theme. So my entire home screen is themed. Taking a look here at this clock that's visible, that was done with iWidgets, and I'm using a theme known as NiceTime iWidget. If you look down here at the bottom of my screen, you'll notice that my dock is missing. So this was done with DockWare. So I can use an activator gesture, which is basically what I set as a triple click. So I'm gonna triple click here, and then my dock becomes visible, or I can triple click again and then it disappears. And I really like that because you can pull it up whenever you need it or when you want it, and to get it out the way when you don't. So the type of feel that I went for on my home screen here is basically to keep it very minimal. So I just have 2 pages of icons, and this particular icon in the very middle is kind of like my app drawer. If you're familiar with Android at all, you know you have your app drawer and it takes you to the rest of your applications. So that's basically what I created here. So the option in the middle says more, so I can tap on that and it'll take me to a folder that has the rest of my folders. And I was able to do this with a tweak known as FolderEnchancer. So FolderEnchancer allowed me to create nested folders, so I can have folders inside of folders, and on top of that I can also customize how my icons appear for my folders. So I have a 1x1 layout so that whatever icon is listed as the first icon inside of that folder will be the icon for that folder. So that's my quote unquote app drawer. I also have Springtomize 3 installed to adjust the size of my icons down to 90%, also to remove my page dots and my icon labels, but I still kept the labels for my folders. That's just all personal preference. The badges on my icons are a little bit different, and that was done with Badgomizer. So I've adjusted the shape of my badges as well as the color of my badges to look like this, which is a hexagon. I was able to place my icons where they are with the tweak called Anchor. So I pretty much placed each icon exactly where I wanted it to be. I also used Springtomize 3 to adjust my columns and my rows so that I could get it in this shape here. On my second page, this little widget here is known as Motivational Quotes iWidget. So I can just tap on it and it'll switch into another quote, or if I don't tap on it at all, it'll change every 60 seconds, I believe. Oh no, it'll change every 60 minutes. So I have it so that it'll change every hour. My control center is also themed, and this was done with CClean to kind of clean up the view here, to remove the backgrounds for some of the icons here, and also CC settings to customize what you see here in terms of the respring option, which I really love because having respring there, I can just tap on it and then it will even confirm that I want to respring. Just in case you tap it by accident, you can just hit cancel, pop right back on out of there and keep doing what you're doing. In regards to these rounded edges of my control center, that was done with corners. And then I was able to adjust the color of my control center using a tweak known as Uniformity. With Springtomize 3, I was then able to hide certain aspects in here such as airplay. I also have Acapella installed so that I'm able to use touch gestures for my music controls. So I can literally just slide up here and tap to the left to turn down the volume, or tap to the right to turn it up, or just tap in the center to pause and play my music. So there are touch gestures built in there. So I have a few other things as well installed outside of my home screen and lock screen and my control center where I themed in regards to my phone, such as my messages application. I used MessagesCustomiser to get this look here in terms of this blurred background. For my keyboard, that was done with Keyboard +8, so it lets you change the color of it. And then I took it a step further and used Sleek Key to remove the background, so it looks a little bit more translucent, so you can actually see through the keyboard a little bit to get a glimpse at what's behind it. Now if I pop back out to the main hub of my messages, I have two tabs at the bottom, and the neat thing about this is that it will group your messages so that you see just conversations with one person here and conversations with multiple people here. So it moves your group conversations out of your inbox view but still has them there. So I really like this. It gives you a more organized view of everything. And taking a look at my music here, this is also themed with custom cover in conjunction with Acapella. So Acapella still gives me my touch gestures here, but it also will allow me to get a cleaner view of what music is playing. And it also will theme what you see on your lock screen. For whatever reason, I don't know what I did, but I can't get my album art here, but you should hopefully be able to see your album art here. I just don't know what I did to remove mine, but this is all done with custom cover. I also changed the look of my settings. So I did that with Quartz settings, which basically will change the look of your settings just like QuartzStatusBar did in reference to matching it to your wallpaper. So it adjusts the color to match whatever wallpaper you have. My font is a little bit different here as well, and that was done with Byta Font 2, and I'm using a font pack known as Roboto Light Font, I believe. Probably saying it wrong, but once again, that will be annotated in the video as well. If you take a look here at my on and off knobs, I changed those with a tweak known as Tint. So that lets you adjust the color of what appears here so that it's a different color than what it normally is. And when I look here at the bottom of my settings, everything is organized, so I don't have a long excessive list of all the tweaks and everything that I have on my phone. And I used Preference Organizer too to get this. So the beauty of Preference Organizer is that it groups all of this for you so you don't have to worry about it. It will actually find what things are your tweaks, what things are your Apple apps, and it'll place them in the appropriate folder. Now the last thing that I themed is my spotlight search. So when I swipe down, you'll see now that I have some options up here to search in specific locations, and that was done with Smart Search. I take that back. I themed one more thing, and that is my notification center. I use Springtomize 3 to adjust the color of my notification center here. But aside from that, that is everything that I have themed on my phone that I can possibly think of. If you notice something on my phone though that I did not cover, please drop it down below in the comment section. I will do my best to answer you. I know probably the next question then is, what settings did you use to get your phone to look like this? So I'm going to take this a step further for this particular video, and I'm going to work on an article that has screenshots of all the settings for the apps that I just told you so that you can set your settings on your device accordingly if you're interested. Once I have that article finished, I will be providing it down below in the description box, and I will also be posting it to my Twitter page. So if you don't want to keep coming back to the video to check, follow me on Twitter because I'm going to tweet it when it's posted. But aside from that, that's really all I can think of for this particular video. I know too, if you install Gotham for iPhone, you're probably not going to have all the icons that I have on my phone. So I'm going to be doing an additional video to tell you how to get the full pack for the Gotham theme for your phone. So stay tuned for that as well. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, if you downloaded a tweet, if you looked at this video and said, that setup is fly, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and show your love and support. It really helps out the channel. And then if you want to be extra nice and really show your support, please share this video on any form of social media that you have. But that sums everything up for this particular video. Stay tuned for those 2 things that I mentioned, as well as episode 3 of this, because I'm going to be bringing you more themes that you hopefully will be enjoying in addition to this one. But yeah, that's everything. And until next time, as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.